The Philippines has rapidly emerged as the most important strategic partner for the United States in the Indo-Pacific, a dramatic and unexpected shift driven by the intensifying rivalry between the US and China. Once considered a secondary player, the Philippines is now at the heart of a contest that could define the future of the region. For decades, the Philippines was overshadowed by traditional US allies like Japan and Australia. But today, it stands at the very center of a great power competition that is shaping the 21st century, with its strategic location making it a key player in the unfolding drama. The United States views China's rapid military expansion as a direct threat to the stability of the region, while Beijing insists it is simply protecting its own interests and sovereignty. This fundamental disagreement has heightened tensions and raised the stakes for everyone involved. The Indo-Pacific has become a geopolitical chessboard, where every move by the major powers is carefully calculated and can have far-reaching consequences. The Philippines finds itself in the middle of this high-stakes game, where alliances and strategies are constantly shifting. Positioned at the crossroads of vital sea lanes and close to both the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait, the Philippines is now a frontline state. Its territory and waters are more than just lines on a map. They are critical to global trade and security. Decisions made in Manila ripple across the globe, affecting not only regional supply chains but also the delicate military balance between superpowers. The world's eyes are on the Philippines as it navigates these turbulent waters. Just a few years ago, Manila appeared to be drifting toward Beijing, seeking closer economic and diplomatic ties, but China's increasingly assertive actions in the region pushed the Philippines back toward its longtime ally, the United States. Faced with mounting pressure, the Philippines realized it could not stand alone against a rising superpower. The risks of isolation became clear, prompting a strategic recalibration. Renewed security ties have transformed the country into the nerve center of America's Indo-Pacific strategy. Joint military exercises, intelligence sharing, and new defense agreements have deepened the partnership. The alliance is no longer just symbolic, it has become a crucial pivot for regional stability, with real commitments and shared interests at stake. The world is watching closely as Manila's choices and actions help shape the future of the Indo-Pacific, influencing the balance of power and the prospects for peace. The Philippines' role is now central, not peripheral, in the contest for regional order. Its decisions will echo far beyond its shores, making it a key player in the global arena. The Philippines' strategic value begins with its geography, often described as an unsinkable aircraft carrier in the Western Pacific. With over 7,000 islands scattered across vital sea lanes, the country's location has shaped its history and continues to define its future. Its position places it at the crossroads of major maritime routes, making it a natural focal point for regional power dynamics. The Philippines anchors the first island chain, a natural barrier that separates China from the vast Pacific Ocean. This chain is a critical line of defense, not just for the Philippines, but for the entire region, acting as a buffer against potential military expansion. Its northernmost islands, such as Batanes, are less than 200 kilometers from Taiwan. This proximity means the Philippines would be a frontline state in any conflict involving Taiwan, making its territory vital for both defense and early warning. U.S. access to Philippine bases could prove decisive for intelligence gathering, logistics, and rapid military response. These bases serve as forward operating points, enabling quick deployment and support in times of crisis. The country's extensive coastline faces the contested South China Sea, giving it a commanding view of Chinese naval activity and the ability to monitor one of the world's busiest maritime corridors. This surveillance capability is crucial for enforcing international law, protecting its own maritime claims, and ensuring freedom of navigation for all nations. Yet, geography is both an asset and a vulnerability. The same features that make the Philippines valuable also expose it to threats, forcing Manila to make tough security choices and invest in its own defense. The Philippines can't move its islands, so it must leverage its position to build strong alliances, participate in joint military exercises, and deter potential threats from more powerful neighbors. Its location is its greatest bargaining chip in the new era of great power competition, giving it influence in diplomatic negotiations and security arrangements. The nation's leaders are acutely aware that their geography shapes their destiny, guiding both foreign policy and national security decisions. In the Indo-Pacific, the Philippines stands at the center of regional security calculations, its choices and alliances shaping the balance of power for years to come. The South China Sea dispute is the most immediate threat to Philippine sovereignty. China's sweeping claims overlap with the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, despite a 2016 Hague ruling in Manila's favor. Beijing ignores the ruling, building military outposts and harassing Filipino vessels. Manila, unable to match China's power alone, has turned to the U.S. for support. Joint patrols, intelligence sharing, and U.S. security guarantees have become essential. The alliance allows the Philippines to resist China's gray zone tactics and assert its rights. With U.S. backing, Manila can better defend its interests and keep the South China Sea open. The partnership is now critical for both sovereignty and regional stability. The U.S.-Philippines partnership began with colonial rule, when the United States took control of the Philippines after the Spanish-American War. This period shaped the foundations of the relationship, leaving a complex legacy that still echoes today. Over time, the relationship evolved, culminating in a formal alliance with the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. This agreement committed both nations to support each other in times of external attack, cementing their strategic bond. For decades, some viewed the alliance as outdated, a relic of the Cold War. However, China's rise and growing assertiveness in the South China Sea have breathed new life into the partnership, making it more relevant than ever. The 1990s saw U.S. bases close amid a surge of nationalist sentiment in the Philippines, as many called for greater independence and sovereignty. Yet, as new security threats emerged in the region, both countries recognized the need to rebuild and strengthen their security ties. The 2014 Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, marked a turning point. It allows U.S. forces rotational access to Philippine bases, enabling both militaries to modernize and respond more effectively to evolving challenges. Unlike the old era of permanent bases, EDCA provides flexibility, allowing for rapid deployment and cooperation without the baggage of a permanent U.S. presence. Today the alliance is more balanced, built on shared interests, mutual respect, and a commitment to regional stability. Both nations continue to reaffirm the Mutual Defense Treaty, updating their cooperation to address new and emerging threats in the Indo-Pacific. While historical baggage remains, both sides are determined to adapt the alliance to 21st-century challenges, learning from the past while looking to the future. The urgency of today's security environment has forged a dynamic, modern partnership, with both militaries working closely together. The alliance is no longer a relic of history. It stands as a united front, defending a rules-based order and promoting peace in the region. Together, the U.S. and Philippines are stronger, more secure, and ready to face the challenges of an uncertain world, side by side. Joint U.S.-Philippines military exercises are a powerful deterrent, signaling alliance strength to China. The annual Balakatan drills have grown in scale, now simulating real-world defense scenarios. These exercises build interoperability, ensuring both militaries can operate seamlessly in crisis. Training covers everything from amphibious landings to cyber defense, closing the gap between promises and real capability. Hundreds of smaller drills throughout the year keep the alliance sharp and dynamic. Exercises near the South China Sea and Taiwan send a clear message of resolve. Recent drills, like sinking a mock enemy vessel, demonstrate readiness to defend maritime interests. The Mutual Defense Treaty is backed by real military power, not just words. These activities make the alliance a living, credible commitment. The U.S. now has access to 9 Philippine military sites under EDCA, expanding its operational reach. New sites in northern Philippines face Taiwan, while others face the South China Sea, addressing the region's biggest flashpoints. These locations give the U.S. a vital staging ground for rapid deployment and surveillance. For China, this complicates any military plans against Taiwan or Philippine interests. The expansion also modernizes the Philippine military, with U.S. investment upgrading bases and equipment. This strengthens the Philippines' self-reliant defense and regional credibility. The rotational presence avoids the political baggage of permanent bases, respecting Philippine sovereignty. The model is flexible, scalable, and sustainable for future threats. The alliance now projects power while adapting to 21st-century realities. It's a smart partnership fit for the challenges ahead. The Philippines' strategic role is also economic. The South China Sea is a vital artery for global trade. 1/3 of world maritime trade passes through these waters. Any disruption would have global consequences. China's attempts to control the sea threaten free navigation and economic stability. The U.S.-Philippines alliance safeguards these lanes, ensuring open trade and upholding international law. For Filipinos, the sea is rich in fish, oil, and gas, resources critical for national development. Chinese harassment blocks access to these resources, making U.S. support vital for asserting rights. A stable region attracts investment and growth, benefiting both the Philippines and the world. The alliance protects not just territory, but economic prosperity. The U.S.-Philippines alliance is designed to manage crises, especially over Taiwan or the South China Sea. Northern Philippine Islands could be crucial for U.S. operations in a Taiwan conflict, complicating China's plans. U.S. access disperses forces, strengthening deterrence and crisis response. For Manila, the alliance is insurance against facing China alone. In a South China Sea escalation, the Mutual Defense Treaty could be invoked, ensuring rapid joint response. U.S. presence at key sites enables swift action and deters aggression. The alliance's main goal is to prevent conflict through strength and unity. Integrated deterrence, military, diplomatic, and economic, shapes China's choices. The partnership is about crisis management, peace, and upholding international law. The U.S.-Philippines alliance is now a pillar of Indo-Pacific stability. Not just a historical footnote, China's assertiveness has made the Philippines the frontline state in the regional contest for order. EDCA expansion, complex joint exercises, and support for international law show a deepening partnership. The U.S. provides security and technology, the Philippines offers strategic location and a democratic voice. Both nations benefit from this synergy. The alliance empowers smaller nations to defend their rights and maintain balance. The Philippines' frontline role is a long-term reality, not a passing phase. As long as international law and navigation are threatened, the alliance remains vital. Together, Washington and Manila shape a future where all nations can thrive in peace. The partnership is about more than deterrence. It's about building a better future.